Yo, 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 Taralescorne is back with another one. So I'm your host, Tarale. It's Taralescorne, back at it again. I need to start doing more. I haven't been lazy, but going to these kids' games and helping coaching, keeping me busy. Man, and then still walking around with this broken foot that's killing me. But hey, I gotta do it, right? Gotta put in this work. Hey, people, like and subscribe. Need more subscribers and more likes, more comments. Keep it rolling. All right. So let's say this. I read this comment today. You know, it was on social media, it's on Facebook, I think. I don't know, one of them things. So it said, what did you say that you wanted to be when you grow up while you were a kid? So what did you say? What do you all think about that question? What did you say you wanted to be when you grow up? I know mine, I didn't have it until second or third grade, I think. Saw this kid, friend of mine, grade school, man. And we stayed friends all through high school until he moved somewhere. He was the first person I seen dribble a basketball between his legs. I was like, damn, this was second or third grade. We were in the same class, but we've been friends for kids since we were younger than that. So he could dribble between his legs that young. I was like, hold on, I got to do that. After that day, it was over with. Basketball was the love of everything. Took over everything. I just wanted to play every day, all day, everywhere, anywhere. So I can do that and score on people. Sorry about that, but I like drinking tea at night. It's good. Tea with lemon only. I don't mess with that sugar. Can't do it. So with that being said, it was basketball. Always been, it has been forever. Or so I thought. But we'll get back to that in a minute though. So what was the motivation for that interest? It was basically my friend, and then after him, I started watching basketball. My grandma, she loved the Bulls. Every single game since I was a kid, once they started putting it on TV. Oh God, the Bulls, all 82 games, and if they made the playoffs, she was there watching them too. And I was right there with her. I fell even more love watching it then, because I was like, hold up, we can make money playing basketball. We can have a living and travel the country and the world in the Olympics too. I was like, man, it's a lot. That's a love sport. Because, you know, we didn't have those interests back then in the 80s. That's my decorative years growing up. The 80s. Wow. Had the old big box TV on the ground that didn't work, and had the little TV on top that never died. We all scrounged up around watching the little TV, watching the Bulls play every other night almost. But hey, we loved it. I loved the hell out of it. I wish I could go back then and see what we looked like as kids watching the Bulls games back then. It was probably hilarious. Who knows what the hell we were wearing. We was pretty poor too. Broke. There was a lot of people staying at my grandma's house back then. Ooh-wee, there was a lot of people in there. But you know what? We had fun. We learned how to share, how to fight, and then how to fight everybody else together. Yep. Touch anybody in our family, everybody's coming. But those were some fun years. Man, motivation for basketball. And same thing. Motivation through middle school was when I moved from my grandma's house to a neighborhood called Mokerville. It's a small village in basically Aurora, Illinois. But it's a little village right in there. But we moved right across the street from a park. Boy, that made it even worse. I lived at that park, sun up to sundown if there wasn't no school. If there was school, I'd come right home and live at that park. And then that's when I met some real basketball players. That's when I met the adults that could play, that could dunk, high school players that came that could dunk, and they was whooping my ass. That just made me want to work harder. That was even more motivation. I hated losing. I still hate losing, but can't play no more. I'm too old now. But that was motivation. And like, where do you get your motivation from? Where did you get it from? What motivated you to do what you wanted to do growing up? Especially in high school, when we had all the freedom in the world, no responsibilities, except for the ones that had kids. It's a little different. And so this one question is, what did you end up growing up to do, really, after that? So I still kept playing basketball after high school, played in college. Played in college a couple years. Messed up my eligibility with the school I went to because it was a horrible school. That's all I can say, but we still made it fun. Me and my team that was playing there in Knoxville, Tennessee. If y'all see this, hit me up, because we had some crazy nights down there in Knoxville. I think we were down there when Candace Parker was down there too. I don't remember. Something like that, because I know they won. They won a championship either the year we were there or the year before. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, that school was horrible. I wonder, it's probably shut down by now, but I don't know. It was a all black college down there, but it just didn't work out. Yeah, I played in California too for a year. I wish I'd stayed, but hey, things happen for a reason. So what did I end up growing up to do after all? Let's see. I started assistant teaching at a high school, mentoring, tutoring, and coaching basketball at high school. Coaching felt good because while I was coaching, me and my assistant coach, we were friends. We played high school basketball together and went to the same college. But we didn't play together in college though. So we coached together, but as soon as we started coaching, we started looking for tryouts for overseas and stuff, which obviously really didn't work out for none of us because of other reasons. Not because we weren't good enough. Because we worked out with the kids when we had practice, then we worked out 3-4 hours after that every day. So every day, Sunday to Sunday, we were in the gym for at least 5 hours. Maybe even longer sometimes. Just depended how the day went. Sometimes 2 days. Hey, we was working out every day. And then we went to tryouts in somewhere in Indiana. I can't remember. But we went over there. We pretty much kicked everybody's ass over there. And then, oh yeah, the third person too. The third friend of ours that we played together with, he started working out with us too, so he went. So it was 3 of us that went. And then the third one, he's kind of a big man, but more like a big man that can handle the ball and do a lot of things with the ball. He can handle it, shoot a little bit, not as good as me, and he knows that. Not as good as the other guy that coached with me. But he got an offer right away to go to South America. He left for a little while. He didn't stay. And then me and the other guy got offers to go to other tryouts. But a little while after that, while I was working out and then playing basketball in the gym like we need to practice our sport, to get better at it, I messed up my left knee. And it hasn't been right since. Pops out of place. Don't feel right. Ever since then, it just... I had to stop. So after that, I just kept coaching and assistant teaching, going to school off and on. And then that was basically it for that. After that, what did I do? pretty much just found odd jobs because working at a school, it got too political. It's terrible. And then you got, besides political people, you got the racial people that are in charge. Yeah, I would say her name, but I don't want to. We'll get into that later when I have somebody else on the podcast that knows these people too. We will say their names on here and blast them out for the racist stuff that they were doing at the school. So, but we're glad they got fired. Yep. So I got the hell out of there. But it was time to go. So I moved on. But kept just doing odd jobs and odd things, odds and ends, reffing, umpiring, and I still do reffing and umpiring, just not now because my foot still broke. Can't do it. Got to stay off on the workman's comp. I got hurt. So, yeah. Now I'm just at a labor company for now. And doing this. And, helping a friend coach. Well, I'm just volunteering just to get some time, just to get in and help my friend out. Oh, man. Whoo. Coaching little 5th graders, helping them out. You don't want to do it unless you got patience. Because that's rough. Because they're, main frame of attention span is about 2 seconds. God, especially if they haven't played basketball ever in their lives. It's worse. Woo-wee. But they're funny. They have a good time. That's all that matters for them when they're in 5th grade. It ain't really competitive. They're learning. That's all that matters. So I'm doing that right now, and that's it. And this. Oh, yeah. I got some other stuff in the works, too, but I can't talk about that on here yet. But I talk about it every day in my head and get to it and get to work. Making connections and contacts to get that stuff off the ground. Some people know what I'm talking about. Like, I want to say it, but I can't. But that'll be revealed later. But, so what did you end up growing up to do? Was it part of your passion or just something you fell into? Because I never thought I would be like a writer and a speaker. Because I didn't like speaking in front of people. I hated speech class. I couldn't stand it. I almost failed it because I didn't want to even go. This was in college. But forced myself to do it, and then once I did it, I was like, this ain't so bad. Just go say what you feel like saying and get it over with. Just like now I'm talking. I'm like, man. You just have to speak your mind, speak what comes to mind correctly. Just think a few minutes before and get your ideas out there. So, are you working with your passion now? Or did your flow of life change your directions? Alright, so let me read this quote. It's the journey in between what you once were and who you are now becoming is where the dance of life really takes place. It's by Barbara Day Angelis. Now that's a hard quote because that's just exactly what I was talking about, man. Because we all take journeys and steps in life that may lead us down the path that we think we want, or lead us down the path that we're destined to be, or I don't know. Who knows? You never know. Just depends what path you take. There's always a easy road and a hard road, bad road, good road. I think I've seen them all. But now I'm taking the tough road, so. Because I'm just, all the help I asked for, people backed out, don't want to help out here and there. Like, man, it's too long waiting for people. I just got to do it. So I just stepped up. Boom. Got my equipment. Got programs. Typing every day. Getting stuff done. So, I'm putting in that work. Are you putting in that work? Or are you comfortable with what you have right now? Is it, like, I hate to say this, but I hate working for people now. Because you work for people, you building their big ass mansion while they're paying you chump change out of their pocket. They're making millions off of you and other co-workers, and you're making crap. Well, we're all making crap, put it that way. But That's the problem with having a mind of your own and a mind of not having materialism, but a mind to make a change. And I figured that out late in life, and I'm glad I did, because now I can show other people how to do it and what to do, what they need to do. I can help them out, and definitely they'll help me out too. Hey, it goes both ways when you help people. And then as long as they're confident, positive, boom, I'm all for it. We need that in our lives. All right. So people, tell yourself, is what you doing really what you want to be doing right now? Is it really? Let's see. Let's see who says something. Speak the truth. All right. So last thing right here. This is a sad one though. Nick Cannon's baby had just recently passed of brain cancer, some rare form of brain cancer, I guess. He was only 5 or 6 months old. Damn. Like, that's hard to think about. I've never had no child of mine die. I know some of you had, maybe a lot of you that watch here and know me or don't know me, and this just pops up. But what do you think about that? How would you react to that? Because I seen Nick Cannon, I just seen like a clip of his show when he was introducing everything. He was crying like hell. He could barely hold it in. He tried to laugh it off and keep it in with the crowd, but nah, you can't do that. You gotta let it out. A grown man can cry. Hey, Scarface said it first. That's a hard thing to even think about, having a child die. That's between 5 and 6 months old. Not even talking or walking yet, and barely eating formula or breastfeeding, whichever one. That's crazy to even think about it. It's hard to think about. But I want to say this though about it. Is social media for that cause a help or a curse? Because now, since Nick publicized it, or if anybody else, I know I see people publicizing deaths of family members every day on social media. Please pray for me, pray for my mom, my sister, my dad, my brother, uncle, cousin, or something, all that. I see that every day on somebody's post. So is that a curse? Or does it help people get by? What do you think? I don't know. I don't care for it, because I see those posts, I just keep scrolling. Because if I know I got somebody in my family or friends or family hurt, cousins, whatever, anybody, I'll just try and be there for them as much as I can, but not on social media. I don't want everybody to know. Just keep the immediate close. That's it. So, because maybe if they're hurting and they know they're getting ready to pass, they can do it themselves. I mean, not the baby, but elderly or 30s, 40s, anybody over 12 or whatever knows how to use social media. So if they want to do it, they can do it, but I don't like it. I don't know, it just doesn't seem right to me. So, hey, hit like and subscribe, people. Dang, you gotta do it. I need your support, and we need to support each other. Everybody does. But what do you think about that? Is social media a help or a curse of a death of somebody close to you? And like I said, I don't like it. I despise it. I keep scrolling if I'm looking at anything. Excuse me. And I know for some people it's a help. It gets a lot of things off their chest to see people say, I'm praying for you, good luck, God bless. All those quotes, those mini quotes from church. But each person has their own opinion about that stuff. Everybody has their own opinion. As long as you're not manipulated into an opinion. And that's what sucks, because some people try that. And that gets ridiculously underrated, because a lot of people do it, and it's sad. But people know when they're manipulating people, they take advantage. And I definitely don't like that. Well, that's about it. Because I don't want to talk about death anymore. I need to talk about living. We're living. Yeah. Day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour, month by month, quarter by quarter, 6 months by 6 months, year by year. We're still living. We're making it work. Hey, tell the person next to you love them, because you never know if they're going to wake up tomorrow. Because that one day you might miss saying it. You might miss having this, not being able to say it forever. Keep that in your mental thoughts, mental health, people. So, hey, like and subscribe. I'm the host, Taralescorne. And believe me, I'm working on getting other people to help out. More hosts, more guests, just to keep it rolling. But natural guests. People that's straight honest. That's it. Straight honest, tell the truth. No reason to lie. I love it that way. Insight is, hey, you gotta love yourself first before you can love somebody else too. And you gotta make sure you're just honest with yourself too about what you got going on. So, alright, so the recap is, are you happy with what you're doing today? Are you following your dreams and focus on it? Or are you just settled and you're satisfied with your settlement? I'm not satisfied. I'm growing in different ways. And is social media a help or a curse with the death of somebody close to you or immediately close to you? So, with that said, it's Taralescorne. I'm your host, Tarale. Have a good night, good day, good morning, whatever. I got to figure out when I'm going to release this, though. Peace.